All right, let's build something. We're going to build something. We're going to make some Christmas ornaments. Those of you who chose the Christmas ornament option for the project, I thought I would give just a little bit of directions for you, maybe make this a little bit easier on you. So this is the Christmas ornament that I've chosen for my little project here, doing the paper heart where you fill these out. So what I did in the instructions, it says here to measure the base of the hashed line, that's this little line right here, this is the hashed line, around the ornament in centimeters, and we'll round to the nearest half of a centimeter. So in this case, we're going to measure this, and let's say that I measured this from here to here, and I got 2 centimeters. I got 2 centimeters. Now yours will be much bigger than 2 centimeters, but let's say I measured for 2 centimeters. I wouldn't want to make the work too easy on you. So you'll record your measurement here. Now I'll write in 2 right there for 2 centimeters. Now it says complete and solve the following proportion. I'll put this in blue so this looks a little bit closer. Complete and solve the following proportion. The first thing I need to tell you is that I made a typo. This is not 30 centimeters. This is supposed to be 20 centimeters. The standard paper width is approximately 20 centimeters. If you're looking at an 8 by 10 sheet of paper, if this is 8 and this is 10, this side is pretty close to 30 centimeters. This side is 20 centimeters on an 8 by 10 sheet of paper. So this should be 20. You need to correct this on your paper. So this is our proportion, 100%. That's the full size of the document right now, 100%. And we want to find out at 100% size what would be the number of centimeters this particular ornament would be when we photocopied it. So we're going to go ahead and fill out our information here. 100% over 2 centimeters. Okay, so 2 centimeters is the, right now at 100%, how big our particular ornament is. Right now, it's at 2 centimeters, so we put 100%, 2 centimeters. Now we want to know how big it's going to be at 20 centimeters. What percent we're going to blow this thing up when we put it on the photocopier. How big, what are we going to set our percentage to when we blow it up? Again, yours will be much larger than 2 centimeters, so your number won't be as large as mine. So let's solve our proportion. The first thing we'll do is we will cross multiply. So we'll cross multiply with 100% and 20, and that will give us 2,000. So 2,000, and then we'll cross multiply here. So 2 centimeters times p gives us 2p. Now again, we're solving our equation. So 2, if we want to, we've got 2 multiplied by p. We want to use inverse operations. So if we're multiplying, then we need to divide. So we have 2 divided by 2. Now 2 divided by 2 is just 1, so I can cancel these out, and that will give me just p. P is going to be equal to 2,000 divided by 2, because whatever we do to the left side, we want to keep our equation balanced, so we have to do to the right side. 2,000 divided by 2 is equal to 1,000. And that is going to be the size increase that we're going to use when we punch that increase into our photocopier. In my case, I would have to set this to 1,000%. I don't even know if that setting exists on our photocopiers at school. So this would be too small, but yours, again, will be significantly larger than 2 centimeters. And we'll move on to the next step. Now on to step 2, while we're doing some calculations here. We're going to take a look at the scale factor. You'll notice this little box is on one of the later pages in your instruction sheet. We need to find the scale factor. Now the scale factor is an interesting thing. Scale factor is what we say when we are we have a small picture. Let's say we have a picture like this, and we want to blow that picture up like this, which is essentially what we're doing in our project. The scale factor is how much we multiply this, what number we multiply this by to get to this. So let's just say I had to multiply that by 25. That would mean this is 25 times larger than this. So that's what we're talking about when we're talking about our scale factor. We're finding the scale factor for our image. Our image was smaller. We're going to make it bigger. You notice the scale factor is also what we call the constant of proportionality. That is the number that we multiply it by to get the larger picture. To keep it proportional, we have to multiply. If we go back to our little picture, I have my little one here and I have my big one here. My constant of proportionality is what I have to multiply every side by to get to the larger side. So if this is 3 inches and this is 2 inches, and I want to make this 10 times larger, I want to set a scale factor of 10, then I'm going to multiply this side by 10, and that's going to give me 30. And I'm going to multiply this side by 10, and that's going to give me 20. Every side would have to be multiplied by 10. Of course, if this wasn't a rectangle, if it was another shape, if it had something like this, then we'd have to multiply every individual side by the scale factor of 10. So we'd have to multiply this side by 10 if it was 3, and this side by 10 if it was 2, and this side by 10 if it was, 1. We have to multiply every side by that, and that would give us our new larger image. And I have no idea if I can even replicate that little picture there, but there we go, something larger than that. I don't know. That's what we've got to work with. So we're going to calculate the scale factor very quickly, and let's do that as soon as I delete those. We marked down in our previous slide, we marked down that our size increase was 1,000%. So 1,000%. We found the scale factor in part 2. We calculated it. Your example, I don't know what it was, but my example was 1,000%. Now we convert the scale factor to a decimal, and we get the constant of proportionality. So we multiply each side in our original measurement by the constant of proportionality to get all the new measurements. And this is called image scaling. When we make a small image that we have, we scale it up to a larger image. So let's calculate the constant of proportionality. To do that, we'll take our 1,000, which was our percent, and we'll divide it by 100, and that will give us 10. And that is our constant of proportionality.